Welcome to Big Ideas Little Table. I'm Peter.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're going to talk about every dad's fear, the dad bod. You laugh. He laughs because he knows it's true. Mm-hmm. It affects all of us. 1 in 10 doctors can't figure out how to solve it. It's an epidemic, really.
I'd love to know where you got those numbers from.
It's COVID and dad bod is like right underneath. True story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't ask me my source.
Is it Wikipedia again? We're going back to the Wikipedia.
I told you not to badmouth Wikipedia. Okay.
Dare you, sir?
It's been helping people write papers since its inception. It's amazing. Actually, I love Wikipedia. And just on a tangent real fast, before we get into dad bods,
please.
I used to hate when the teachers used to be like, and you can't cite Wikipedia. I'm like, why not? They have all the sources. They have all the sources at the bottom. Why can't I cite them? It's like I can't even think. It's like citing my wise grandpa. Like, he knows everything. He's seen a lot, okay? Just trust him.
He's been around the block a few times.
He doesn't need sources at that point, okay?
I'm above reproach.
But anyway, Chris.
Yes.
Dad bods.
Oh.
What is a dad bod?
Initially I thought you had to be exclusively a dad to have a dad bod, but I think the terminology has slowly morphed to be more inclusive to all.
I like it.
But I don't even know if that is all males. I mean, I don't know if a female could have a dad bod. How inclusive? This is 2022. We got to be inclusive.
Everyone can have a dad bod, really. But is it technically a dad bod? Maybe do you have to have a kid? Is that the definition? Like once you have a kid, whether male or female, you have a dad bod? I don't know if that's true because I would never approach a woman after having a child.
And like a dad bod there.
You got the dad bod, like it. Hey, own it.
I would imagine that a mom bod, and again, this is a tangent a bit, would have to have more pronounced hips, generally from the baby carrying.
Well, that makes sense.
We don't necessarily do too much of the baby carrying until, post.
Let's say get the dad arms, which is one thing I noticed.
Well, and the dad calves from carrying children. That comes with the dad bod.
The dabs.
That's why you start wearing shorts, and the wife's like, "Ooh, yeah."
It's like the ends get awesome, and the middle is just crap, just full of fat.
It's a reverse bell curve. My wife's a math teacher.
Very nice. I was just about to say, do you have one of those graphic calculators? I
wish I had, to pull it up so that we could enjoy, but no.
The TI-89. I spent good money on that, by the way. Thank you, public school system. I use it to this day for everything. I believe I had a game downloaded on it called Pimpin' Ain't Easy. That's how much I was paying attention to math class. Wait, I have to look up this game. Pimpin' Ain't Easy?
Yeah,
It'd be awesome if it was like an ABC game, like easy, and it helped you learn ABCs. But I can't think of how this helps you with math. Like, if you have 3 hoes, and each hoe doesn't want to pay you.
How hard do you have to hit them to get the maximum amount? Terrible, terrible, terrible. We do not condone pimping on this.
I do not. I definitely do not. But I do have to look up this game. I got to figure out if this is a thing.
For the TI-83.
TI is a bestseller that year, right? So the dad bod, by definition, it could be, I guess they're pretty loose, but suffice to say, someone that's just had a kid or settled down, really, because you could just be in a relationship. Maybe you got a dog baby, and now you've let yourself go. What's the first thing that comes with the dad bod?
I think it's the pronounced middle. You get a little bit of a soggy midsection, so to speak, a little bit of insulation there to help keep you warm at night, or to help keep the people you're caring for warm at night, because that's what you're nurturing at that point.
So really, we're talking about evolution. This is. Through evolution, through thousands of years, the body's like, this is what dads need.
This is what we need.
I'm not gonna lie, it actually helps. Like when I carry my kid, it's like a little footrest for him. I hold him up here and he puts his feet right on top.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I feel that it has a lot of negative connotations with the dad bod, but I have heard that there are women and men, because again, inclusive of 2022, that prefer a little bit of a curvature to your figure there, so to speak.
So you think this is an attraction thing where no more 6-packs, no more jacked packs.
We're moving to the kegger. Walking
on the beach. I'm wearing my Speedo. Dad bod out. Ladies I'll have to fight him off. Right? Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Beat him off with a stick.
So I gotta stop working out. No more sit-ups for me.
Lean into it, buddy. Just go for it. No, I think the idea behind the potential attraction there is that if you're sort of out of shape, then your partner also can be sort of out of shape, and then you'll just be happy in your mutual not peak, physical fitness. You don't need to be Batman here. You can be more the sloth.
Robin.
Robin looked great in his yellow underwear, and I will not hear a word against him. The boy wonder.
the boy wonder. I like this point that you make. So it's kind of like, you're never going to be a billionaire, so just be happy with what you got. So you're never going to get a six-pack, so just, hey, let's just let it all hang loose.
It's very Buddhist. It's very, be happy where you are.
I like it, but I don't. I like it because I enjoy be happy with who you are. But at the same time, I think there needs to be progress. I think you have to take care of yourself.
Sure.
And I think by definition, the dad bod is a little bit unhealthy. It means you're not sleeping. It means you're not eating right. It means you're not exercising. I mean, if you are, I can't imagine, if you're doing all the things right, I can't imagine you still have a dad bod after that. Although they are really hard to get rid of. So I guess in my mind, what I'm thinking is I would rather have both of the people in the couple elevated than both of us brought down to the couch eating Cheetos.
Fair.
It's tough though, because how do you bring that up? For instance, if I'm working out, eating healthy, and you have a partner that just wants to enter into this next phase of life, enjoy the dad bod.
Sure.
It's a bit unfair.
Yeah.
Right? Because one is having a rocking body, and the other one just gets to be fat.
Yeah.
Is that maybe a thing? Like, because women, they go to Pilates, they do all these things, they would constantly work out, but yet I feel like men have the that golden ticket to be like, well, you have kids now.
I locked her down. She's mine. Just can't get away.
Gotcha.
That's why you have 4 kids. They can't get away. That's too much baggage. And that's true love.
You have 4 kids and she's working? Wow.
Yeah.
The dad bod really worked on her. You knew what she wanted and you gave it full-heartedly.
Listen, this pillar of masculinity that you see before you, that's how I attracted her. And then you lock her down with the 4 kids, and then you just wait for the Stockholm syndrome to kick in, and she's yours. It's golden. By
the way, Chris is going to be coming out with a new book on how to attract a mate. He's also partnering with eHarmony. Speaking of which, since we're talking about attraction and stuff,
sure.
Let's go on the tangent of eHarmony. It bothers me when I see those commercials. Does it bother anyone else? I see the eHarmony commercial, mm-hmm. right? And it's always like a hot person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guy or girl, and she's like talking very ambiguously. I just want to live my life. I just want to be me.
I don't like to play games.
Yes. Super hot. And then at the end, eHarmony is for me. I'm like, no, it's not. This is not what you're looking for. Come on. I don't know anyone that's like super hot. That's like, oh yeah, I'm on eHarmony. That's I like to live my life and be independent. That's why I use it. I'm not knocking them.
Sure.
I just want people to be more realistic. Like, have someone that's realistic.
Get a dad bod on there.
Get the dad bod. Exact. That's where I'm going with this. Get the dad bod on there so you know what you're getting into.
So again, on a tangent here, is this like this whole movement for women to, like, models to be more inclusive and show larger women? I'm still not seeing like an overweight dude on the Target ads. I'm just saying this is a real problem. You need to have some dude whose guts kind of hanging over, so maybe you don't see the designer label that's on the button or the belt, and because he's got the keg, not the 6-pack. Where are those models? I want to be a Target model.
Hey, and I'm all for that. Target, sponsor this guy. He will model for you. It's going to be great. I completely agree with you. I would love to walk through the mall or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
And see the models or the clothes, have them fit me. They're always fitting this person, this random model looking person, especially when you look at their pictures, you're like, mm-hmm. Okay, that's definitely not me. I can't wear this. But if they had someone that looked like me, like real skinny type, disproportionate long neck, lanky arms, I'd look and I'd be like, now that's where I shop.
That's a good looking fella right there.
Now we're talking. I got to try this on.
Oh my gosh.
Not the 6-pack. Big chested guy. That's not for me. So that's what we need. They have big and tall.
Sure.
What about just ugly?
Short and fat.
Short and fat. Welcome to Short and Fat, where we have what you need.
Come in here, Stumpy. That's all right. We'll get you squared away.
And the best is it could be like homeware. You know how women have like Lululemon and all this stuff where it's like athletic, but it's like they're just hanging out, enjoying their time at home, being comfy. What if we had that for men? I mean, I know you have like your 10th grade soccer jersey that you still wear. I do.
Sure.
But what if we had that like an exclusive line of clothes for men that they only wore at home? Like it comes, remember how in the 90s, like jeans with the holes in them came pre-cut?
Sure.
It would be that. It'd be like the hole in the crotch comes pre-made.
Nice.
It has pockets everywhere where you can put like your random keys and Cheetos.
Pre-stained. Perfect.
Exactly.
What is this? Could be yogurt. Could be whatever. Who knows? I mean.
So we have a whole line too. Like for the man likes to fix cars, like it already has oil and grease on there. Because that's one of my big things. You drop something down in the engine compartment, or you got to get under the car, and you're like, oh, it's just that it's oily down there.
Yeah, it's dirty. It's dirty.
Well, that screw's gonna stay there. Not get
It'll fall out. We'll go faster.
But if I already had a shirt with oil on it, I'd be like, screw it.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Baby vomit already on. Speaking of the dad bod,
Yeah.
pre-vomited. We have babies in the back just burping him.
There it is. So good. Perfect. Again, can we get Target on the horn here? I feel like we got a lot of good ideas, and we can just get them all involved.
Patent pending, by the way.
No, that's good. I don't know, like pre. I don't know if I can get behind the pre-baby vomit.
That might have been a step too far. Might have gone a little too far with that one.
What baby threw up on here? It's like we didn't torture children. This is actually a human that did.
I'd be like, don't worry, he's vaccinated. Or she. It's all inclusive.
2022.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the dad bod. So we know what it is. Mm-hmm. Apparently, some women are attracted to it. So,
sure.
And my thesis was, I think I'd rather have us both be fit than have us both have dad bods. What do you think? Would you rather just be like, screw it, let's just both enjoy life, or would you rather both be fit? Because it's a lot of work to be fit.
It is. It's a constant battle. I agree that you should be striving for your best. I mean, you should be aiming to both have a lovely physique. But I think that.
Wait, real fast. If you could choose, who would you rather have the better physique? Your wife or you?
Oh, my wife 100,000 times over. Yeah, but she already does. So I'm.
So you've already won. So thus the body. It's all making sense.
Yes. No. Well, I think it was in How I Met Your Mother with the Reacher and the Settler.
We're currently watching. I love that show, by the way. Go
fantastic.
on.
But my wife will argue with me, but I reach, she settles, but that's the name of the game.
I completely agree. I'm the reacher. She's the settler, but I plan on flipping it. So I would rather have the hot body in the relationship than her. And this is my rationale. It's the same reason I think people are always like, well, would you take a bullet for me? Would you take a bullet for your wife? I'm
sure.
like, hell no. There's absolutely no way I would take a bullet for her. You know why? I wouldn't want to be left alone with the kids. Like, what kind of life is that? Like, oh, Jerry, no. And then she's just like, how am I going to take care of these kids by myself?
So you're suggesting that your wife should take the bullet?
I'm saying she should, if it ever comes down to it, if it's ever like, I'm going to blast one of you, who's it going to be? I'm going to be like, it's her. Take her. Let me show you the exact part to hit to really make it.
Really lethal here and kind of, neck head. That's fine.
Babe, we had a good run. Love you. It's selfless. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's off in heaven prancing around in her mansion.
Sure.
I'm left to pick up the pieces,
Okay.
But I feel like, I would take that for her. Same thing with the body. Like,
okay.
I feel like, she had a hot body when we started.
Sure.
She's done her work. I didn't. So now it's time for me to pull my weight. Now I have to have the hot body. Give her a break.
That's a fascinating take on the whole thing.
Trophy husband. That's my goal in life. Is just trophy.
You want to be the arm candy. I get it.
Exactly. I want people to look and be like, wow.
She locked him down.
She locked him down until they find out like, oh wait, he's a nurse?
No, that was the sexy profession. We already talked about the sexy. So see, we've come full circle.
And he's a nurse. Wow. A 20 gauge hanging out of my back pocket.
Oh my. That looks like a fascinating vein you have there. I'd like to just dive right in.
That's a game we played too. I always see people. It's when you're single, staring is totally different than when you're a male nurse. We'll talk about that later.
Are you condoning staring?
I'm condoning staring now, because I don't, regular guys that may look at the boob or the butt. Mm-hmm. Nah, I'm looking right at the AC, maybe the hand.
Get some sweet vascular there, sweetness.
Yeah, I bet even I could get an 18 in that one. Maybe a 16.
Maybe a 14.
Oh, babe, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do you like that. No offense, but look at this vein.
Look at her arms. It's just...
They're just huge. That's got to be like a double D vein right there.
What are you doing later? You want to give some blood or...
So anyway, back to the dad bod. That would be my preference. I would rather be the hot one and have my wife just let her relax now. She's done her time.
That's very selfless of you.
And to do this, I have some tips. So getting a little more serious with this.
Sure.
I think everyone should be better. Everyone should strive to be healthier. Mm-hmm. And the dad bod is just kind of saying, like I said before, you're not sleeping, you're not eating right anyway. You're probably eating too well.
Yeah.
I think you just need to have a few things. And these are my tips for getting rid of the dad bod. If you ever want to. If you ever want to help your wife, you know, throw her a bone, you can do these things. And I think the key overall is consistency. So one, you have to be in a calorie deficit. Obviously, if you have the dad bod, you're eating more calories than you're burning off.
You got to clear everybody's plate. That's the job of the dad. You're the garbage disposal at that point.
Son, that's good stuff. Pick that up right now.
I paid money for that. Somebody's eating this.
That's sadly, that's so true. I feel like that's the bulk of my calories right now. I eat like nothing just to be like, that's good steak. We can't throw this on the floor, like picking it up. That's Ruth's Chris. We're not tossing that.
What, am I made of money?
Oh, man. One time the waiter came and was like, all done here. And you know what's another big pet peeve? When the waiter says, all done here, as they're taking your plates. I'm like, did I say I was done? We started clearing? Apparently that's
Sir, we are not all done here. There are fries on that plate.
I swear his hand was here. I was like, there's good meat on that plate. The fries I might let go if it's cold or whatnot, but if there's meat on that plate, don't touch my meat.
No, absolutely.
Not in the restaurant.
Go on. Do tell.
That's for later.
It's the X-rated podcast. Oh, I'm sorry.
But anyway, yeah. So taking in too many calories, and that's part of it. Mm-hmm. You're finishing the leftovers. You're at home. So when you're at home, you're like, well, I'll have this snack. Well, I'll have another snack. You know, you're just snacking all day. You're not sleeping. Sleep is a big thing. So reduce your calories. Really track them. And it's easy to get a rough idea. Just be like, well, I think that chocolate cake was like 500. I can have another piece. But I think really track. Like look up everything that you're eating. Really track the calories. That's going to help you understand, I need to stay under my limit of calories, calorie deficit.
Sure.
The next one, sleep well. People are always like, well, it's going to work out a ton and stay up and take care of the kids and try and do all this stuff. But you do need to get a good night's sleep. I think for everyone, the hours are different. They recommend 8 hours, but let's say you can't get 8 hours. Just try and get a consistent sleep regimen going because that's going to help get rid of the dad bod. If you want, you can keep it, but these are my recommendations for getting rid of it. And the last thing, exercise. Everyone knows you need to exercise.
It's gross.
But it's a consistency. And this is why I love going to gyms in the beginning of the year, January. And then I love going to gyms like now, April? Because all those people that were there in the beginning, like, we're going to get rid of this. We're going to do this. Yeah. New Year's resolution. Every year. It never happens.
Just tanks halfway through, sometimes into February if you're really holding out.
That's what I should do. I should go through the gyms in January and just like tap people on the shoulder and be like, honey, it's not going to last. Just go home. Let it happen.
Make your husband work out for you. He needs to be the good-looking one now. That's how it works.
Exactly. You are now the settler.
Yeah.
Go home. Enjoy.
Go get your trophy to get over here and make him do things.
I should have trophies. A little cart with trophies. Like, you've done your work. It's time to go home.
Participation.
Yeah,
You did great, champ. We're so proud of you.
You don't need to make it till 1st of February and prove a point, okay?
You're not proving it to anybody. It's okay.
But consistency in the diet, consistency in the sleep, consistency in exercise. So you don't have to. I think a lot of people think, I'm going to hit this. I'm going to do 1,000 push-ups a day. And it becomes so far reaching that they never even get like a week in before they're stopping, before they're making excuses, before they're eating more.
Sure.
But if you're just consistent, if you just say, hey, every day I'm going to do 5 push-ups and run 100 feet to the mailbox, then you do 5 push-ups. You're like, well, I've already done 5. I could probably do 6.
Yeah.
So by setting achievable standards and being consistent, saying every day at 5, I wake up and I do this, make it a habit. And I guarantee you that's going to give you much better results than just letting it happen and letting that dad bod get you. So if you're not happy with your dad bod, use these tips to help you. If you are, Chris, tips to increase the dad bod.
I think I went over it with the Stockholm syndrome. Make sure that you get her locked down so she can't get away. A lot of emotional baggage. That's how I got my lovely wife.
And now to finalize this, has she ever admitted that she likes the dad bod?
She doesn't have to, okay? It's just an unspoken truth between us. And I don't appreciate you prying into my personal life. Thank you.
I'm just curious. You lose a few pounds. She's like, oh, babe, you got to work on this. Hands you a bag of Cheetos. Like, come on.
We're going back to donuts in the morning, so just dive right in, buddy.
You're cuddling and she's like curling your belly hair. All right. I think that wraps this up unless you have anything else to say.
I have nothing else to say.
Dad Bods, whether you like it or not, it's all in your hands, okay? Thanks for being here.